Hello, everybody. I'm Jake. That's hilarious. I went live, and then immediately afterward, I went live. Like, there was like a second delay. Hey, guys. I'm Jacob Halblad with 8bitfoundation.com. I'm here with Dominic.
Hi.
And Zach.
Hey.
And we're here to talk about... Yeah, you're loud enough.
Okay.
Good.
Dominic currently looks like a pointillism painting.
Accurate.
I love George Seurat.
You also can't move. It's really funny.
What do I look like now?
Anyway, yeah, so we're here to talk about gaming and how it affects the brain. We're also here to talk about other things such as gaming-related tattoos, and if you've ever thought about getting them, and the new Super Smash Bros. Roster, and if you're disappointed or not. I understand that you guys aren't actually that big of Super Smash Bros. People.
I have not actively played any Super Smash Bros. Since the N64, and I have never understood. I've never understood why it got to be the only video game series that still called itself Super after the Super Nintendo was over.
That's a very good point. I've never actually thought about.
Nothing else kept that.
Super Mario Brothers.
I guess that's true. He is Super Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Mario kept
Super
it.
Paper Mario on the Wii. Yeah, okay.
A
lot of his stuff.
Through and through. My first console I remember buying was the original Xbox.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Dominic is I'm 20, so you're 18 or 19. I can't remember.
I'm 20.
You're 20?
I'm 20 now.
How long have you been? Oh crap! Your birthday was in May. It was in March.
I was 19 1 year ago.
It was Pi Day.
Happy birthday.
I share a birthday with Billy Crystal. I just found that out.
Oh.
Really? You also share a birthday with Matt.
Oh. Who's Billy Crystal? Yeah.
That was a horrible joke. Anyway, yeah. So you say who's Billy Crystal?
What?
I can pull up a poster later. Anyway, so I've actually heard some complaints from other gamer people, like Colin, and other people around campus.
Yeah.
That were really angry about Captain Falcon not being in the new game.
I am not up to date on hearing about the roster. I'm now also upset by that.
Yeah, personally, when I think of Super Smash Brothers, and this was actually something I posted about in the blog a while ago. Like, there's two different people that play Super Smash Brothers. The people that get really into it, like me, and they're like, I need to win.
Oh, I saw that webcomic, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other person who's just mashing B the entire time, who's always picking Captain Falcon. And I feel like, yeah.
I am a person who is the latter, and for a long time desperately strive to be the former.
I desperately never tried that.
It is so hard to be the former. Like, you need to learn really strange mechanics and things like that. Do you guys know what wave dashing is in Melee?
Is it that thing where they were going so fast they were actually ahead of the players on the screen?
No, that is glitching, or something. You essentially dodge in mid-air and land on the ground, and you slide. So, instead of running, which would take more time, you save, a fraction of a second per second, and you end up saving, tons of time over the course of how much these people would play the game.
That's
because
interesting.
You save, this much time, but it, can get you behind an enemy or, whatever you need to do, and you can just, take them out from behind or whatever. It's insane. If you look up wave dashing after this, you will probably not be disappointed because it's insane. But it's only in Melee. They fixed the glitch. Glitch. It was just awesome, and not a lot of people were able to do it, so it caused frustration with the people who weren't able to. So yeah, Captain Falcon, Ness is not in the new game.
I knew that. That's sad too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as sad as I am about like Captain Falcon, because I feel like Ness really started to just kind of die. He was my favorite character in the N64 one, but like he started to just like go down in like even being a good character.
Well, I mean, also he was kind of dying out at the time even, but I don't think anyone who's going to be starting with this new game knows what Earthbound is.
Well, it doesn't even matter if you know what Earthbound is, because if you were old enough to play the last game or the game before that, you would know that he exists.
That's true.
My original experience was playing as Ness before I even knew what Earthbound was.
I agree. I knew him long before I knew Earthbound.
I didn't have the ability to play that before, like emulators were.
Because you're not independently wealthy.
Yeah, right? Like, so yeah, like...
That's true.
I do like the fact that they're branching out, though, with like Wii Fit Trainer and stuff like that. Mega Man is...
That's such a weird choice, the Wii Fit Trainer.
Mega Man is an awesome choice.
Absolutely.
I was super psyched for the Mega Man.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'll tell you what I am most upset about Captain Falcon. They took out the one character who has been maybe the only video game character I've ever quoted. Their like catchphrase.
Like constantly, like Falcon punching.
Falcon punch, Falcon kick. Yeah. That makes me sad that I will never that I can't hear that.
Yeah, people are gonna start to lose that reference, which is already such like a big thing of gaming culture.
Yeah.
Like it's randomly referenced in like videos on YouTube and other things like that. So I think it's really strange. Also, it appears like they made. I think they made Sheik and Zelda different characters because they didn't.
That's
show, like,
what I saw, and that looks weird.
Of them like transforming, but then again, for Brawl, they also introduced them separately. So there's a possibility that they're not separate characters. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they're making them separate characters because they don't want to like give away spoilers to people who have never played through Ocarina of Time.
Ah, that would pain me like deeply.
If someone hadn't played through that?
The only thing I'm concerned about between Sheik and Zelda is the fact that if they are combined, that means that Zero Suit Samus and Samus would be combined. Probably.
Oh, that would be weird.
And I wouldn't like that because one of the best things about Samus is like this B down move you can do to like gain a whole bunch of distance and like not die. Hey Dominic.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question about logic. Do you know who Mewtwo is?
Yes.
Do you know who Lucario is?
I know he looks a lot like Mewtwo.
Do you know who Greninja is?
Excuse you?
Do you know who Charizard is?
Yes.
Okay. And obviously you know who Pikachu is. He's the most famous
Pokemon. I'm still
Pokemon.
struggling with the original 151 rap. So give me a break on that. After 151, it's down from there.
But so in Melee they had Mewtwo. He was a horrible character. I like not good, competitive. Like had a weird kit. I don't know. Strange. But answer me this: they have 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon characters.
The trainer? Did you count the trainer?
And they took out Captain Falcon.
Oh, okay.
So last time they replaced Mewtwo with Lucario and put the trainer in as well.
Gotcha.
So you think that this time they would replace Lucario with Greninja, and then
a more recent character.
Yeah.
That seems logical, unless Lucario had that much staying power within the series, which I doubt.
Yeah. Well, I think they might have kept in Lucario because I'm a nerd enough to watch like the competitive scene and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like there were a lot of like pro players playing Lucario, or at least I saw like at least 5 playing Lucario during the time that I watched. But it seems really strange that they would also take out Jigglypuff because I saw Jigglypuff in there a lot as well. Like, so if that's their justification, like, it's really strange.
They could have kept, I mean, just fix the eyes from Kirby and you got a Jigglypuff. The coding's that easy. That was a joke. Anyway.
No, actually, there is a modded version of Brawl out there with like extra characters and like you can wave dash again instead of like taking that out.
Who do you got? Master Chief, Cloud.
No, they don't add that many characters. They add like older characters like from Melee that were taken out that people missed.
Gotcha.
Like shoot, like Fox and Falco were there, but now Falco is gone.
I can see that.
I guess people got their wish of having no clones, but Mario and Luigi are still there, and people consider them to be clones, although they're completely different. Toon Link and Link. But
yeah,
I'm just going to digress before I get angry at people.
that's
I'm
fair.
just happy that they finally added Nintendo's one fighting character.
Little Mac, right?
Like, seriously, you waited this long? He's a boxer. Literally a boxer.
But hold on. I really, really enjoyed that like introduction video that they gave him. I know you guys probably didn't see it, but like I don't know why. I just had such a good time watching that. Same with Greninjas. Like I'm really excited to play those two characters, along with Mega Man. I think I just really like the intro videos, and I'm not gonna play like any of the other characters.
Let me tell you, when Brawl was first coming out, first announced, yeah. Even if I was never a big fan of Super Smash Brothers outside of your house,
Yeah.
I got so psyched when Solid Snake popped out of that box
Yeah.
at the end.
Or when like Sonic was just randomly like everything about their promotions were awesome, and then the game, in my opinion, was kind of a letdown only because of the speed factor.
It was.
I mean, I still appreciate playing it. I really like the fact that they had like a kind of storyline, something you could do by yourself, like because, you know, I don't always have somebody to come over and play Super Smash Brothers with, and it's like definitely a duo at least.
You have Jennifer.
Jennifer does not play video games.
No, I know. Madeline doesn't either.
I'm single. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that news, like, over 8-bit Hangout. Like,
bring you the latest in gaming news. But anyway.
He's single, ladies. Go ahead and look up down.
Oh, this is now.
Do we have Do ladies listen to this?
I don't know if anybody listens to this.
Great,
let's
that's
be honest
even
here.
better.
We currently have 0 viewers during this live broadcast, brought to you from 3 different places, 2 in Bloomington and 1 in Illinois. So hey, there you go.
Wow, they really converted you, and you, huh? You just called it Illinois.
I said Illinois.
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay.
No, but anyway.
I just have a couple more questions like about this though, like.
Just as a broader question.
Like the Ice Climbers were like the iconic duo, and like we're always able to chain attacks. I don't know, Dominic, if you ever played against Jimmy, but like he could chain attacks with the Ice Climbers.
I remember that.
Yeah, like you went to the tournament that was at our high school, and yeah, we had
a tournament at your high school?
At our high school, yeah.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
We did
I think I died out pretty quickly because there were some really good gamers at our high school. Like, one of the guys that went there got, like, perfect on expert every Guitar Hero thing. Like, I can't even touch some of these guys. Anyway.
Black Hole at the end was...
You can't touch them. You can't touch them because their skin will fall off because they've been sitting inside too long.
There is a point of sitting inside too long. But, like, yeah, like, you could just chain with the Ice Climbers because you can grab his Nana, then grab his Popo, grab his Nana, grab his Popo, and just keep on going. All right. Actually, that kind of transitioned well into our next topic. Sitting inside too long, are video games bad for the brain or actually good for the brain? Obviously, we're going to discount educational games because, objectively, I'm going to say those usually help your brain in terms of learning math and English and writing and whatever else it's supposed to do. Like, Duolingo, although I don't do it all the time, is, like, really helpful for, like, Spanish class. And,
my girlfriend does it for learning German. She's not taking German class. She's only learning through Duolingo, and she's doing great.
That's amazing. And tell her it's really awesome.
Yeah, she's a linguist, though. She
was reading a book in French the other day, so I don't know.
She is fluent, yeah.
Before we go on, Jake.
So there's this article by I fucking love science.com, or iflscience.com, about video games improving your gray matter, like helping you grow gray matter. So how do you guys like feel about that? Like, do you guys like think that like already video games make you more intelligent people? Because I know Zach, you're fairly successful. You memorize lines on like a weekly basis,
That's true.
and
I'll
you
tell you
also wanted to do math when you went into college, and not a lot of people want to do math, right? Dominic,
Yeah.
you know almost everything there is to know about music, and it kind of scares me sometimes.
You can hear me, right?
And I feel like I have a
2,
fairly good memory,
3.
but I'm not gonna like yank my own crank, which if that's even like a thing, I don't know. I'm
It
just
is
making
now.
up sayings. It's a saying. I'm not gonna yank my own crank, all right, guys? Not gonna
1,
yank it.
2, 3.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if video games have made me
1, 2.
smarter,
Oh, there you go.
because I think smarter is too vague of a word to know what that means. Like how do you yeah, I was gonna say how do you
And the
quantify
evidence, ladies and
intelligence?
gentlemen, he's already speaking a lot more intelligent than I am, and he plays at least a game a week. So
That's right.
Oh,
we win.
Can you hear me?
I don't know about intelligence, but I think it has made me a more
hear me?
well-versed person all around.
Okay.
In terms of
so,
like,
how's it made you well versed?
you know, at least in the circles I run in, it has made me much more able to follow any sort of like cultural reference going on, or make one myself.
I'm confused. How have video games helped you follow cultural references? Oh,
No, well, I guess
Dominic
I'm
just
speaking
dropped.
incorrectly.
Hopefully
Pop
he comes
culture
back.
references.
He's
Oh,
back.
he's gone.
He's back.
Okay.
Like how do you mean by like pop culture references? Because
Pop culture references of video games. Like if
okay,
people. Like,
okay. Because
like when
you
I-
you just said like references, and I was like Lady Gaga jokes. Like I don't really know what you're talking
No,
about.
I don't get those at all. No, I think it just gives me one more area to be able to easily converse with people in, since it's such a thing that so many people are involved in.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Actually, like I did like a public speech thing based on video games and why video games are not like inherently bad, which was apparently an argument that somebody had like the prior year. Like they had like a debate, and I was like, I don't know why you would think anything is inherently evil, because that just doesn't make any sense for it to be
I agree.
inherently evil if it's like an inanimate object, which sole purpose is to make people have fun.
People don't kill people. Bullet bills kill people.
Bullet bills kill people, of course. Of course.
Ron Paul, 2014.
He's just gonna say like random political things.
Oh, you can hear me now. Good. I've been out of this conversation.
Yeah, we've been able to hear you.
Why didn't you say
Just ignoring
so?
you.
I've been saying like.
Oh, no. Now we can hear you.
Okay,
yeah,
good,
I didn't
okay,
know
good.
if we
I did
could,
solve
like
it.
I don't remember hearing that. Sorry.
You can't see me either. So
But yeah, one of my major arguments for it not being inherently evil, which again is still kind of a little over the top, was that it gives you such a library of like topics to talk about. Like
Absolutely.
even just in the genres of games, there's millions. Well, I wouldn't say millions. That's improbable. But like there are a lot of games. Let's go with that. Like I mean. It's surprising to me that people would think that like something like that makes you more antisocial. Like maybe like in the idea that you don't necessarily relate to like specific emotions in people's faces as well because you're busy staring at a screen. But I don't think that it makes you less capable of talking to somebody about something that you like, because I feel like if there was a genuine way for people to like meet up more often than just like conventions or online chats like this, there would be like a lot more like verbally active gamers out there. You know what I'm trying to say? Great.
Yes.
No, because I mean, like I do play some games and people like try and talk to me, and I'm like I don't understand you, although I can hear you and I hear every single word. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, man. But it's probably not caused by video games. Just maybe I don't understand their colloquialisms or something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think that it comes down to video games then. What about you, Dominic? What do you think about video games making people more intelligent or smarter?
Well, first of all, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Sorry, the green thing doesn't go off when I... Okay, anyway. I know most of my games are strategy games. So I'm talking like Company Heroes, Command and Conquer, and just recently PlanetSide 2. And PlanetSide 2, to me, is like the end game, the pinnacle, the climax of my strategy games, you know.
The climax of your strategy games. Cool.
Exactly. And also another one, Rise of Nations, which I did a multiple Let's Listen articles on. Read those. Whoever's not watching this.
Plugging it.
Nicely done.
LA Noir this week. Anyway.
Smooth.
Are you doing LA Noir this week?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's doing LA
Good
Noir
decision.
for probably a couple of weeks. They have a lot of music.
That's got some beautiful music in it.
Absolutely. I just did the main thing. Actually, Jake, by the way, you should do a thing where you can access all the articles in one tab.
In one stream.
In
You
one
can just type in "Let's Listen" into the search bar.
perfect.
But I'm
just doing these things.
I am constantly going to be going through better ways to make the site layout and stuff like that. So look forward
8-bit
to
2.0.
in the next 2 years. Who knows, guys? You know.
8.2-bit, absolutely. Anyway, PlanetSide 2, pinnacle, because the funny thing is, it's an if anyone's familiar with PlanetSide, it's an FPS, but it's in this real living battlefield where at any time you can jump in and real squads of people are in real platoons and they're really shooting each other.
I did play it for a tiny bit, but my computer was messed up. I think you remember me trying to talk to you for an hour and a half to set it up. My computer was doing something weird. The graphics were off, and I was like, I'm just going to wait until I build my own computer, which is supposed to happen this summer, so we'll see what happens.
It's a little demanding because you have all these people with, it's an FPS game, first of all, so it's not even
and also I was
it's
lagging. I couldn't see where I was, and people were like, hey, and I was like, okay, I just
I'll be honest
can't.
with you, I play on the lowest possible settings. Lowest.
Yeah, no, I turned everything to the lowest possible settings, set the dimensions to the correct, nothing helped. It was something either when I installed it or something else on my my desktop at home. I don't know.
Right.
It was just being a dick.
Well, anyway, the beauty of PlanetSide is that the way to win that game, aside from just being lucky and doing a random Zerg, joining a random army of unorganized people, is to actually get organized with real people. So now I'm actually a commander in this thing called Outfit, which is PlanetSide's equivalent of guilds or clans and whatnot.
Cool.
And it's actually just today, this Easter Sunday, just 4 hours ago, they just finished Sunday Night Ops, which is this
Sunday Night Ops.
Sunday Night Ops, correct?
Oh, Sunday Night Ops. Okay, it's Night Ops, not Sunday Night Ops.
It could be either one.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Anyway, plug Matherson, Voodoo Company Outfit. Join us. Anyway, the beauty of that game is that you can think tactically and strategically along a map. I learned how to read maps through video games.
Yeah.
I learned my cartography skills through video games. I even learned to read the world, actually the world map through games like Europa Universalis, if you remember that one, or Hearts of Iron. Welcome Back, Sweden. Remember that one? No.
Sorry.
I know Zach doesn't. It's where I annexed Norway. Was it Norway? And I immediately brought it back as a fascist country because I was playing as the
Like you
Axis.
do with Norway.
Exactly. Anyway, I went off in 12 different tangents. I'm sorry. But anyway, strategy games.
Fine, dude.
I feel like I've gotten smarter. That's my 2 cents.
You feel like you've been smarter before you played video games, or video games have made you smarter? I didn't catch that last sentence.
Okay, see. That's what I need to think. At the very least, I have not gotten dumber through video games.
I absolutely think that's right, and that's if something is not making you dumber, regardless of whether or not it's making you more intelligent, why would anyone have anything against it?
Yeah, I personally feel it might be a little insensitive to think that doing something that isn't a drug or
Right. Not harming anyone.
Yeah, it's I can understand how staring at a screen for 72 hours can make a person literally dumber because you've wasted so much necessary sleep time.
You could
Like you've probably killed brain cells.
It might hurt your eyes.
Literally become
you
dumber.
can say the same thing
But
about
like by such a minuscule amount, you know,
Exactly.
like it's not like I've pulled like a 48-hour, not like straight games, but like I played a lot of games in that 48 hours. But
Right.
I'm like
Talking about LandFest?
okay
Oh, yeah.
in general. No, I mean like my friend Jimmy and I, we would stay up for like days playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, or
Okay.
we'd stay up for days like racing each other in Ocarina of Time, like multiple times.
I would stay up late with my outfit and just go on raids.
Yeah,
hmm
precisely.
But even through that, like we're tactically telling each other, hey, look, bad guy over there. Hey, Sunder over there, blow that up. Gotta cap this point. Fire team.
I also feel like, especially if you're working in like a team-based one, you learn like some form of team working. I don't mean like this is necessarily going to help you in the workplace or something, but I know there's a lot of guys out there on Call of Duty and League of Legends or any other online game that you're going to play. They're just going to be complete dicks, not listen, not cooperate, and lose the game for you.
Total anonymity. That's.
Yeah.
I think Penny Arcade had. I'm not allowed to say that name. Sorry, copyright.
No, you're good.
Penny Arcade had this theory called the Internet. I'm allowed to swear. We've already sworn. Anyway, called the Internet fuckwad theory, and I forget which one. Gabe or Tycho said it, but it's like because you have total anonymity on the internet, you have full possibilities, full reign to be a total internet fuckwad. Be whatever you want, because
full internet fuckwad.
yeah, exactly.
That is the medical jargon, obviously.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I can see the argument that because most of the communications that go on in video games is only through voice, so I can understand maybe kids aren't picking up on body cues, looking people in the eyes.
Yeah.
Stuff. I can absolutely see that argument.
I can see that, but there's also ratings on games. Like I'm not trying to get into the ESRB argument because people will fight that for years. Because oh, it's not my fault he got his hands on an M-rated game. Well, it's directly their fault.
Yeah.
It's entirely your fault. If your kid's 7, he shouldn't be playing M. I wanted to play M games when I was 7, but my parents didn't let me. I feel like I'm a much better person for it.
I'll tell you what. Actually, my dad did the same. He even did less, but he did something. In that, I got my hands on Grand Theft Auto when I was 12. That's pretty.
I think I played Grand Theft Auto when I was 12.
Yeah. Anyway, and I was doing crazy stuff. Some people with chainsaws. I was running people over.
Yeah.
But hey, my dad, he would come in every time. Hey, son, you know this is bad, right? And be like, yeah, this is wrong.
Right.
I'm doing it because there's no consequences in this video.
Active parenting.
Exactly.
I also don't want to call out people who don't have enough time to be at home with their kid. That's a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that's the situation that you're in. Just make sure that's clear because I basically made that argument to somebody and they're like, oh well, my mom was never able to be home, and I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for the unique circumstances, and I'm really sorry that your home life wasn't the way that it would be in a quote unquote normal way. What even is normal? But you know what I mean?
I know. I read a forum post.
I mean a parent would be able to be home
yeah.
of whatever gender. I don't really care. Just at home, able to monitor the kids. I understand that there's some families that need to have sitters or the older siblings watch because of financial reasons or just work reasons or other reasons. Disclaimer. But still, you can tell the sitter or the older sibling hey, this is your checklist.
Yeah.
I remember reading a forum post that was actually along those lines, hey, my mom's working 3 jobs every day, and it's so why the hell are you on your ass playing Xbox? Fucking get a job too.
Yeah, help her out. Unless you're a 12-year-old kid, which is a lot of people on Xbox Live.
This guy explicitly stated he was an adult in an earlier post, but yes.
Okay. Yeah, then okay. An adult at his mother's house. No, I'm kidding. He probably moved out. There's actually a YouTuber named Stonewall008. He gets a lot of crap for being kind of a dick to people. I'll be honest, he is a little mean from time to time. But essentially, he's doing all of his YouTube stuff and all these articles that he writes simply to pay for his mother's medication. And I'm like, dang, dude, I play games to have fun and write about them. Talk about game activism. Speaking about games having an actual influence on your real life, yes. Zach's about ready to move on to the next topic, which I picked because I pranked him, or that I had a tattoo of a Triforce.
I say end your prank and get it.
What?
I say end your prank and get it.
I got a Triforce tattoo on my wrist. You can still kind of see the triangle right there. But yeah, game-inspired tattoos. Dominic, I don't think I've ever asked you about this. Have you ever thought about getting a game-inspired tattoo? Let's actually start with Zach, since you actually have a tattoo. So you probably
I do have a tattoo. Should I show my tattoo?
It's all up to you. It's Peter Pan tattoo, so it's not related to games.
Yeah.
But
hold on, I gotta take my headphones off.
Cool.
And be more modest.
Can you hear us?
And be more modest. He took off his shirt, everybody. 8-Bit Foundation.
Disclaimer. He's already done it.
So here's my tattoo. It is a pin-up of Tinkerbell on Captain Hook's hook.
Oh my God.
I do actually have a question, because I was with Kylie the other day, and I showed her that picture that you sent me immediately when I asked, oh yeah, what does it look like again?
Yes.
Why Tinkerbell in that specific pose?
It isn't. Well, I'll tell you. Hold on. Oh no, my headphones fell off.
Take your time to put your shirt back on.
Fucking shirts. Who needs them? Am I right?
Slowly. Do it slowly.
Okay.
Slow
so Tinkerbell
is for the weak.
What?
You missed stuff. Okay. So Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, because I love all things Peter Pan.
Okay.
Sure.
Very, 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 very important to me in terms of a story I loved when I was younger, and as I got much older, very important as a filling a philosophical hole in my life that I needed filled.
And also a large nostalgic factor, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's on all fronts very, very important to me and something that I will always hold dear. But I couldn't think of anything I wanted to get tattoo related that involved Peter specifically. So I like Tinkerbell, and I like
Captain Hook.
I like her feistiness.
Just the hook.
And the hook going with her is a specific reference to. So the content is Tinkerbell. The style, because I also, speaking of nostalgia, really enjoy things from the 1940s and that kind of stuff.
So you got very specific with this tattoo.
As I think you should with tattoos.
Yeah,
They're
obviously.
Yeah.
Can be in your body forever.
I'm really glad you've gotten this specific.
Absolutely. The content
I know people
is
that just I got a random animal on my back.
Yeah. The content is Tinkerbell, but the style is very explicitly mimicked of Navy tattoos during World War II, where you would have a pinup model often sitting on an anchor. Because it's a Navy tattoo.
So that's actually a really intelligent reference.
So instead of a pinup model on an anchor, it's a sexy pinup-y Tinkerbell on his hook. So it's got the 40s Navy style mixed with a content that means something more to me.
I think that if you actually explain that to Kylie, she'll probably appreciate it that much more.
Just have her watch this so we can have our first viewer.
Yeah.
Do we really?
I'll send her this video. She'll be the first view and probably the last view.
That's all right. We'll get more. But no, it's
we're doing it every week, right? So
yes. So that's that tattoo. I'm actually getting my next tattoo on my other arm in about a week and a half-ish.
Oh, what is that going to be? That's awesome.
It's going to be a banjo.
Kazooie.
Banjo and Kazooie.
I made
No.
it first.
It's going to be a banjo, and in terms of the needing for that one, it's much simpler. I'm a banjo player, and it is strong ties to my Appalachia roots of being from Louisville and the hills of Kentucky. And
didn't you pick up banjo like 2 years ago?
yeah, very recently. But I've
Okay.
loved bluegrass forever.
Okay.
I was afraid to pick up the banjo, and actually, in terms of if I want to get deeper in symbolism and really explain why the banjo in my life, there was a long time, very simply, where I just said, if I ever played an instrument, I would want to play the banjo because it's so difficult. But I refused to start. So it sort of became this ominous thing in my life where it sort of stood
that
for,
like in another life I would do this.
right,
kind of thing.
and so it became this thing of taking on tasks that seem too difficult and don't seem accomplishable. And so actually deciding to go ahead and try to start doing that was a big step for me in
So like,
moving
has that actually helped you out like in any other way? Like
psychologically, it's been this thing where I'm starting to learn to do things because they're what I want to do and not because they're what I think I should do. It happened around the same time I decided to actually go into acting and do things like that.
yeah, and no, actually you've done very well. Like I probably told you before, you're pretty good in voice check and a love
Thanks,
story.
you too.
By the way. Thanks, man.
Good show. But to the topic at hand, video game tattoos.
Yes.
Yes. I have 2 I want to get eventually.
Triforce.
So I don't want the Triforce only because I would want it on my hand, and I'm afraid to get anything on my hand for a long time.
Given I
yeah.
feel like hand tattoos and like permanently visible tattoos are probably a bad idea in case you want to get like a specific role or like a
Exactly.
job or.
I am, however, working my way towards half sleeves. So from like here up,
so like okay, yeah.
from here up, my whole arm on both arms are going to be covered.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Amounts of ink inside your skin.
If I wasn't going to be an actor and wanting to get and didn't care about getting cast in things, I would go full sleeves and full back.
It's like Jeff from Mr. Chief.
I love tattoos. I think they're such a cool, unique, or not necessarily unique. Lots of people have them, but a cool way to permanently
Zach, I think you
have
killed
a unique
your
piece
video.
of my video.
Yeah. I think you hit a button.
Are we good?
I can still see him.
Nope. Oh, I can't see him, so maybe it's just me. Oh, he's
I've
back.
been not seeing you all occasionally and just getting like saying they're talking and get audio.
I'm pointless.
But yeah, so for both of you, we already talked about like how I thought about getting a Triforce. I mean,
Yes.
I'm wearing a Zelda shirt right now.
Yeah.
We know about my like small venture of pranking and weird stuff. So like if you could only get 2,
2.
when you already said you wanted those 2,
There's 2 I know I want.
what would they be?
I want a series of 3 symbols as one unit of the symbol for the Kokiri. Is it Kokiri? Kokiri? What's the pronunciation on that?
Kokiri? Kokiri or Kokiri?
You know what I'm talking about? Like the Kokiri symbol, the
No,
Zora
it's fine.
symbol, and the
So
and
like
the
the
Goron symbol.
The three stones, or do you want the?
They're on the 3 stones, but they're also like the Goron symbol. The Chief Goron has tattooed on his arm. It kind of looks like a paw.
kind of crown-looking thing.
It kind of looks like a paw crown, and then the Zora symbol is 3 crescents that form like a triangle, and the Kokiri symbol is 3 crescents that end up looking like a wind thing.
Are one of these used?
So it's essentially the embodiment of all 3 of the goddesses from
Exactly.
the Legends of the series.
So it's very much a thing about like completeness and.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like those 3 symbols, and then I would also, on just a more superficial and nostalgic note, I would like the original N64 box to Paper Mario wrapping around my bicep.
That would be pretty weird and still pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Just the front, not the whole box, but like just the front.
Oh, like the front art?
Yeah, with like.
Okay, I was like, I don't know why you'd tell me how many players there were, or like
No.
everything else about the game. Like,
No, the front cover art. So, including like that little thing on N64 boxes that had the corner coming off with the N64 logo.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the front of the box wrapping around my left bicep.
Cool. All right,
'Cause it
so
is
Dominic, what about you? Have you ever thought about getting a tattoo? First off, and I know you're probably not the type of guy that would think about getting tattoos. Just from my past experience with you, but if you could get 2 gaming tattoos and it would be of no consequence, go completely hypothetical. Just tell me what 2 tattoos you
You're
get.
trying too hard.
I can't bend your arm enough. Like, just tell me.
Well, first of all, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear
okay.
you. We can hear you, Dominic.
When you upload this, you're going to be like, Jesus, he's so conceited. Yes, we can hear you. Anyway. But anyway, first of all, let me start by saying I have nothing against other people getting tattoos. It's just that I feel like if I got a tattoo, I get so bored there. Like, this was not the right choice.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so worried about that. Like, I imagine me just like sitting in a corner and just going, like, this wasn't right. No.
I planned mine for 2 years before I ever got
There
it.
you go. So that's why you're fine with yours.
Yeah.
I can't do that with myself. Anyway, gaming tattoos. Well, I think. Oh, okay. Check it. Let's see if you get this one. I would get a tattoo. I don't know why I'm lifting my sleeve. You can't see me. I will put it on my bicep, and it would be an American flag.
That has nothing to do with video games.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I get
Okay.
it. I get one.
If you're just going to say that the American flag is featured in a lot of war games, I'm not going to necessarily give you the benefit.
No,
of the
I
doubt.
think I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, there we go. Go ahead, Zach.
Hold on, what flag? Like,
The American flag, Old Glory.
yes, the American flag, but like,
Hey, Zach, go ahead.
why does Zach?
I'm looking this up to make sure I'm right.
Okay, what did Dominic say? I must have missed it.
The American flag, just the square, nothing fancy, on both biceps.
I know what I think. I know,
You're going to be Guile from Street Fighter.
Yes.
yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was.
That is
Although
hilarious.
You know who
Okay,
else
I was
has?
like,
You know who else?
what is wrong with him? He's just, like, he didn't even answer my question. He's completely dodging. Like, no, that is awesome. So that would be your 2. You're not gonna get like another one.
Okay,
That's
okay,
your 2.
You know who else has an American flag tattooed on their bicep?
No, who?
No.
Johnny Cool. I think that's his name. Johnny Cage from
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
I thought he had.
None of that.
I thought he did, doesn't he?
What iteration? Because now he has like Johnny written across his chest in the new one.
No, I think I'm talking about. It was Mortal Kombat Ultimate on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
It was the one where you could pick between. It was the first one where you could pick between like 20 characters.
All right, Dominic. I'm gonna count that as 1. If you could get another one, even if it clashes, like, even if it goes over the same space,
Nice.
go.
Okay. Let me think.
Needs to be 2. I always kind of like the idea of like a bullet bill, like diving into my eye, personally. Like,
Into your
On
eye?
your face.
yeah, like it's like.
Holy Jesus!
Right
So, first tattoo, Jake's going face tattoo.
right into my eyeball.
You want like
just
a
bullet bill.
prison. Oh, I was picturing like a prison teardrop tattoo that was a bullet bill.
That would be pretty cool too, but I want it to be like the idea of like it's flying into my eye and I could just go, oh, what's that?
Oh, here we go.
But like you
Can
wouldn't
you
be
get
able
one
to
going
like.
in and another one coming out?
You know, it'd be really cool if like half the bullet bill was going
Yeah.
in my face and the other bullet bill was coming out of my face.
Yes, and
Half
shattered.
in, half in, half out.
Yeah.
That'd look really stupid in my opinion. Like
Face tattoos, like, as we've learned, I'm a giant advocate for tattoos. Face tattoos are not the way to go. That is a permanent, look how unemployable I am.
Oh, anyway, for my second one, actually, that just gave me an idea. You said prison, and I thought the tattoo, like, idea from Prison Break where he would tattoo the map of the prison on his back and then use that to escape? What if I got a tattoo of every map of every free roaming game I ever had and put it on my arms? That way,
Oh my god!
When I switch games, I can be like, oh yeah, I'm here. I just pull out my arm. If you can see me, but you can't, because pointless. I'm holding out my forearm and be like,
Yeah,
oh
I
yeah,
got you.
here's San Andreas. Yeah, okay, I'm in Grove Street right now. Just move right here. Okay, cool.
That would just, although it's completely pointless, I would absolutely love that. Just be like, yeah, I'm heading. Oh my god, what if it was like a working tattoo? Like, oh, I'm right here. Like, I just need to go. Like,
Big issue with that tattoo. Talking all the maps, you're talking $4,000 or $5,000 on tattoos.
Hey man, go big or go home.
We said there were no
I
consequences.
know. No, I was just.
Okay, this is hypothetical land, and you're getting a little.
what? No, that would be awesome. That'd be some kick-ass line work.
That's deep.
That would be like a fortune in money,
Yeah.
as opposed to a fortune in something else.
Yeah, I'm LG Pro, man. I'm making the big bucks.
This is a video game blog, Jake, as opposed to a fortune in gold coins.
Good point.
Golden bananas, anything you want.
Oh my god, have I showed you that monkey video from Donkey where he paid, like, it's like it's the McDonald's with monkeys? I showed that to Dominic, right?
You think so?
I showed you that like 10 times. It's one of my favorite videos. You gotta look up video game Donkey, monkey McDonald's, or monkey, I don't know, it's monkey something. It's essentially like a drive-through with monkeys for like, but it like references Donkey Kong Country, and I think it's hilarious. It also references Donkey Kong 64, like a tiny bit, but not very well.
Can I have a DK64 tattoo?
Yeah, why didn't you talk about DK64?
Because I don't know what it would be. There aren't a lot of cool symbols.
Just
in
get
that.
a banana.
It's also all the stuff in that game is so cartoony, and I hate cartoony tattoos.
Hold on, get like each color banana.
All
Like
right, I could
ring.
do that. I could do that. The pink.
Oh, you know what you could do? If when you and Madeline get married or anything, or you get married to anyone, you should get
that's the logical bet.
Underneath your ring, just in case. Underneath your ring, you get bananas tattooed around, like all the different colors.
That'd be awesome.
You should do
Finger
it.
tattoos are cool, man.
Yeah, but that would be super expensive.
my
Super
headphones.
small and like super colorful. Like I know colors like cost more than blacks, right?
Yeah, they do. That's what mine was expensive because it had so many colors. My next one I think is gonna be black and white, or not black and white, black and gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Alright.
on the theme.
I that concludes all of my topics. Dom, do you have any more topics, man? Because
I'm
Zach's
good.
topic was the tattoos.
Yes, that's a topic I was so excited to talk about. I'm
He was
good.
like, "Oh, I'm actually gonna do this tonight." Like,
I'm good, and I think we're double our time already.
are you serious? That was an hour?
It is 11:40, 11:35.
Wow, guys, we should do this less. No, I'm just messing with you.
It was awesome.
An 8-Bit Foundation. We'll try and be a little bit more newsy next time, but you know, we have fun, so it doesn't really matter. So Dominic, again, happy birthday. Sorry I didn't get you a present. At least I don't remember getting you a present.
Right.
Good luck with your Guile tattoos. And Zach, nice choices. I really like those choices of tattoos. All right, let's go see if video games make us dumber, guys. All right.
They will. I mean, they won't. Shit, I forgot already.
Dang
All right.
it. Night, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.